the coffee, Gonzalo?
Is it hot?
Boiling. Here, you must be tired from your trip to Baguio.
Not at all, Nita.
The whole week, long enough for me. I was lonely.
Where are you?
Of course, Gonzalo. I forgot to tell you. I dismissed the maid this morning. I couldn't stand her insolent ways.
Cora insolent. I never noticed it. She was quite efficient, it seemed to me. And we've had her for a good many years.
No, Gonzalo. Remember? We got her when we were married, and we have been married only 7 months. Do you know that the prices of canned goods have gone up? And it took me a long time before I could find the right pair of shoes to go with this dress. Luckily, I found what I wanted at Rustan's. By the way, Manchu came to this afternoon and brought me the towels.
Hmm?
You aren't listening, Gonzalo.
Who did you say came?
Manchu, I had her initial the new towels. They turned out to be perfectly charming. Your initials are in blue.
You said somebody came this afternoon.
Yes, Manchu, the woman who does the embroidery.
Ah, yes. Sorry, Nita. Who else?
No one else, Gonzalo.
Nita,
Yes?
how come?
What do you mean?
What are you all dressed up?
Like it?
Exquisite.
I'm glad it's to your taste. I'm only trying it on for the big day tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You haven't forgotten, Gonzalo?
Frankly, it escapes my memory.
Our wedding, sort of anniversary.
Our first anniversary?
No, Gonzalo. We've been married only 7 months. We decided during our honeymoon, remember, to celebrate our anniversary every month of our marriage.
Ah, this beautiful, forgetful memory of mine.
Yes, I know. It has been getting worse lately. 2 weeks ago, before you went up to Baguio, we decided to go out and celebrate at the Jai Alai. That's where we met for the first time, a year ago.
Or like it, definitely.
Well, I'm flattered. Husbands are so hard to place these days.
Where did we celebrate last month?
We went to Helton.
And the month before that?
May I refresh your failing memory? The month before, last we had supper at Bon Vivian. And the previous month, we went to La Parilla. And afterwards, to Manila Hotel for dancing.
The first month?
We went to that panciteria on Carvajal Street.
Couldn't we go tomorrow to another panciteria and just have shopao and arroz caldo?
Oh no, Gonzalo. I want to show off my beautiful dress.
As you wish, Nita. Know something?
What?
You look as beautiful and as young as that night we met.
But, Gonzalo, do you expect me to turn into an old hag so soon?
I must buy you a present then. What would you like?
How much can you afford?
The sky's the limit.
Is business that good?
I closed a big deal in Baguio.
I saw a diamond bracelet at Estrella del Sur that simply took my breath away.
How much?
A bargain, practically.
How much of a bargain?
10,000. That's too much, I know. I was only kidding, but you did say the sky's the limit, so...
You heard right, Nita. Buy it.
Oh, Gonzalo, thanks. I'm a lucky woman to have such a wonderful husband.
Nita, did a man come this afternoon?
A man? Why? No.
I mean, I sent a man to fix the TV set.
No, nobody came, aside from Manchu. But there's nothing wrong with our TV, Gonzalo. I was watching my favorite program half an hour ago.
I'm sorry, an agent was selling a new TV set this morning, and I thought I had bought it. Oh, what I am saying? This splendid memory of mine, Nita?
And you, at the decrepit age of 27?
The coffee is still warm?
It is. What's that, Gonzalo?
Cyanide.
Cyanide?
Potassium cyanide.
Is it dangerous?
It should be. People are known to commit murder or suicide with it.
Is it that fatal?
Those are the rumors.
Why do you carry it around with you?
Oh, just as a joke.
Gonzalo, carrying poison around isn't a joke.
It isn't the kind of joke the average person would indulge in. But, Nita, don't bother your petty little head about it. Cyanide is sold in drugstore, and you wouldn't order closing drugstore because of it, would you?
Why in heaven's name do you have that poison with you?
It isn't just ordinary poison. It's an unusual one. I use it in my business. Cyanide is a necessary ingredient in the plating process. We couldn't do without it.
I understand now, Gonzalo, but I still think you should throw it away. Gonzalo!
Will you stop worrying? You can throw it away later.
But the cup...
You can throw away the cup and the cyanide together.
But the cup is from my favorite coffee set. Adrian gave it to us.
He did?
It was his wedding present. Oh, Gonzalo, your memory.
I can always buy you another.
You wouldn't find another one like it, even if you look all over town.
One set is as good as another.
No, it isn't, Gonzalo. The sentimental value.
People attach too much importance to sentimental value. One should attach himself to nothing and to nobody.
How can you say that, Gonzalo? Attach oneself to nothing and to nobody. Don't I mean anything to you? And Adrian, your best friend. You've been always so attached to him.
Sorry, Nita. Business worries and all that sort of thing. You know how deeply attached I am to you?
To Adrian.
And to Adrian?
The doctor told you time to time again to take good care of your hyperthyroid. You refused to take Nugon. He always told you to avoid any emotional strain.
I know, Nita, I know. All this irritability and my high-strung condition.
You should have taken a good rest in Baguio instead of rushing about your business.
I did try to rest up there, but something unexpected came up. I got through with my business sooner than I expected.
Something unexpected? Something serious?
No, nothing important really. By the way, has Adrian been around?
Not since you left 2 weeks ago.
Does he knows I am back?
How could he? You arrived only a few hours ago.
Nita, please bring me some whiskey, please. You know what your cousin Chita once said at a party? She said that Filipinos who have bars in their homes are cheap imitators of Hollywood and American ways. And guess what else she said?
What?
She said drinking in one's home is a sign of decadence.
Can you imagine her insolence?
Perhaps she's right, Nita. Perhaps we're becoming decadent. Hello, Adrian. Well, talk about the devil, Nita, and I were just talking about you. I'll give you exactly 1 minute.
What did he want?
Nothing. He said he was calling from the drugstore. How did he know I was back?
He probably heard about it.
Naturally.
I'll get the whiskey.
Adrian is here.
When did you get back?
Didn't you know I was back?
Why? Yes, I miss you, Gonzalo. Hello, Nita. Stepping out?
Oh, this? No, just trying it on.
Whiskey, Adrian?
You know, I never touch it.
How about some coffee?
I don't mind.
Where you have been hiding yourself?
I've been very busy lately.
You and your restless nature, you have passed the bar exams. Why don't you get settled once and for all?
I will, Gonzalo. I will.
What did you call me up for just now, Adrian?
My cigarette case. The planting finished?
I was ready before I left for Baguio. I have it here with me. You hardly recognize it. It looks like a new.
This was a present from you. Our college graduation, remember?
Yes, I remember. The sales lady told me it was gold, but it turned out to be only gold-plated.
You're looking fine, Gonzalo.
Frankly, I lost few pounds. By the way, Adrian, were you here this afternoon?
Yes, Gonzalo.
At what time?
I came at about 2. But the maid told me Nita was asleep, so I left. I thought perhaps you had already arrived from Baguio. Didn't the maid tell you?
Oh yes, she told me.
Ouch! Boiling!
Gonzalo likes it that way.
I'll wait till it cools off a time.
As you wish.
You know what your friend Gonzalo said a while ago?
Not unless you tell me.
He said, and I quote, "One should attach himself to nothing and to nobody."
Did you really, Gonzalo?
I don't remember.
Imagine Gonzalo talking like that. when he talked so much about you before we got married. In fact, once or twice, we had a quarrel because he insisted on repeating. Adrian said this, and Adrian said that, and Adrian and I did this. How old were you when you became friends?
I was about 10 then.
Adrian and I went to grade school together.
You managed to be classmates all the time?
We managed.
But aren't you older?
Once in a 7th grade, the teacher insisted on putting us in separated sections.
The teacher thought I was smarter and should be in section A.
But Adrian went to the principal office and pleaded.
I won. We both stayed in the same section.
Section A?
No, section C.
Adrian looked so boyish then. He was considered the best looking in his school. That I used to tease him by calling him babyface.
He still retains much of that baby-like expression, doesn't he?
Adrian had a characteristic then.
Yeah? What was that?
Mind you, I am not saying you still have it. Besides, it wasn't anything usual.
A characteristic?
Adrian was seldom satisfied with what he had once in high school.
I see your memory is still good, Gonzalo.
Yes, strange how oftentimes our memory vividly relives incidents hidden in our past.
Go ahead. You were saying?
Well, my mother gave me, on my birthday, a linen suit. Adrian liked it so much, he insisted on borrowing it every Sunday. He had other suits, but he fell in love with this particular one.
What happened?
I finally gave it to him.
Ha ha ha.
I don't recall that incident.
And on another occasion, Nita, guess what I found this afternoon while looking over some papers? Some pictures of our wedding. Not becoming sentimental at so early a stage of our marriage. Are you, Nita?
I know, but Adrian was best man, and he looked so funny in one of the pictures. He was staring at me, while you, Gonzalo, were looking somewhere else.
Let me see it. I haven't seen any of the wedding pictures.
I'll get them.
Gonzalo, I'm glad you're back.
What's wrong?
I'm in trouble again.
Financial? How much is it? Is it this time?
Quite some.
1,000?
2.5.
Poker.
Races and Jai alike.
You haven't changed, Adrian. No woman, trouble.
Thanks. You know, I've never had much use for women.
It's about time you started looking for someone to settle down with.
If I find the right girl,
And your idea of the right woman?
you know my ideal woman was.
I still remember it. She must be serious and intelligent. She must be a virgin, and
Can you find a woman like that nowadays?
there aren't many, I admit. But if you look hard enough,
Here it is.
Gonzalo, look scared or something.
I was. The last words in ritual, till death do us part, were still ringing in my ears, and the doctor had just told me I might live up to 70.
Look who's talking. I hope to live up to it myself.
You know, Adrian was always an idealist. That's why he hasn't married yet. He's 24.
25.
I like the cold-blooded callousness with which men reveal their age.
I remember during our college days, Adrian fell in love once. When he found out the girl had a regular boyfriend, he gave her up.
But if the girl was engaged,
She wasn't. And even if she were, that doesn't stop most men from going after her.
men's tremendous conceit, and you still have those ideas, Adrian.
Adrian will never change.
Don't rush him. He'll give up those ideas yet.
Why?
Well, people sometimes alter their ideals as they grow older, don't they?
You're right. People shouldn't hold on to their original ideals. too low. Want a drink, Adrian?
But I don't drink.
Just try once, Adrian.
Alright,
Have you read this afternoon's paper?
haven't had time.
There's an interesting item on front page
What about?
about a murder last night.
I shudder at the mere sound of the word murder.
You never tell Nita. Someone you are might be a witness one.
Oh, not me.
Suppose we're walking along this Skolta and somebody stick a knife into our shoot's body. Shall we close our eyes and pretend we didn't see it?
That would be different. But I know I'll be careful not to be around when a crime takes place.
What was last night's case?
You know Mr. and Mrs. Tito Viterbo.
The prominent attorney, isn't he?
Not the Viterbo married to Mela Revella?
You know her?
Very well. Mela and I were classmates in the same convent school, the Annunciata.
A very religious woman, according to the paper. She never missed going to the Catholic church every Friday afternoon. You know the Nazarene?
She was the most religious girl in our class.
The papers say she used to meet her lover in Quiapo Church.
Did anything happen to Mila?
It seems Tito Verto's best friend was having an affair with Tito's wife.
I can't believe it of Mila.
Mr. Viterbo killed his friend?
No, he killed his wife.
Oh, poor Mila.
Unfortunate husband.
Unfortunate, my eyes is stupid, brother.
But why?
Gonzalo, how can you be so callous? After all, he had the right to kill her.
Because she was unfaithful to him. Decades ago that might have been justified. But in an enlightenment age like ours, killing a faithless wife or lover speak none too high of the husband's sense of proportion.
What an idea, Gonzalo.
Kill the wife because she is unfaithful is for the husband to admit that he has lost her, and if he lost something or somebody. Do you think that is most probably true or carelessness? The sense of proportion is strong in every love.
Granted, in another generation, when material things were few and expensive, one could understand the fierce desire to possess and hold on to something.
Gonzalo, you can confuse love with the material.
I am not confusing them. True love is material things. It's intangible, spiritual, capable of touching the star, reaching the infinite, embracing God.
Poetry, Gonzalo.
No, Nita. Truth.
But not all marriages are born of love,
Of what then?
of passion. And if the passion in your marriage to lose the object of the passion, need not, should not, necessarily be tragic.
What would you have had Mr. Viterbo do then?
Forgiven his wife.
But Mr. Viterbo's wife was guilty of breaking.
The fourth commandment.
The sixth, Gonzalo.
Right. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Huh? But I know the night. Thou shalt not covet their neighbor's wife.
Splendid. Your memory is improving.
Here's one word that has disappeared from the vocabulary of the moderns.
What word?
The word adultery. The moderns have such a revolving dread of such an ugly, repulsive, old-fashioned word that they had substitute for it. So and so is having an affair with, or is in love with somebody else, and similar, charming, harmless phrases. But the word adultery itself they avoid and abhor. To the moderns, adultery doesn't exist anymore.
Your narrow views surprise me, Gonzalo.
Levity aside, if I had my way, I'd have a name for Mr. Viterbo's wife and her lover.
And that's it?
I'd call them a couple of rats.
That's interesting, Adrian. Why, in heaven's name?
Adultery is punishable by law, don't you know?
If I may be permitted to stretch the point further, I'd prefer to call the three of them rats.
Why include the poor husband?
For breaking the fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill. Another, Adrian?
If you don't mind, I'd like some coffee.
Oh, I forgot to bring in new cups.
Don't bother. Here's one.
But you used that cup before.
I don't mind.
Gonzalo, that cup.
I don't believe in germs, Nita.
It isn't that.
Adrian is right. Nita, 1 cup is as good.
Is she ill?
If you call expecting a baby,
No!
Well, congratulations.
too early to tell. She's be alright. Women insist in deluding themselves that they can be the equal of men. When they are pregnant, they wake up from their trance. How stupid of me! Go inside and wipe it off.
I'll get you a clean towel.
Adrian knows his way around. He's like one of the family. There's a clean towel in the bathroom.
What are you trying to do?
What are you talking about?
The cup, Gonzalo. The cup. Throw it away. Throw it away!
Shut up, you bitch!
Don't do it. Don't.
So no one came this afternoon. Adrian admitted he did.
No!
But he made one slight mistake. He said he had told the maid he had come. But he doesn't know you dismissed her this morning.
No.
That's why you dismissed Cora. She knew and you were afraid she was going to talk. Adrian has been coming here every afternoon for the last 2 weeks. I had my suspicions. That's why I went up to Baguio. I could have came back in a day or 2. But I wanted to give you and Adrian the satisfaction of a last romantic evil fling.
Gonzalo! Gonzalo!
Both of you pretending, deceiving, lying behind my back.
True. True. And I'm so ashamed.
Ashamed? You know the meaning of the word?
I don't know why I did it. I did it. I don't know.
Now you know. It's too late.
What are you going to do?
Destroy him.
Adrian?
You're quite psychic, beloved.
Let Adrian go.
Because my love for him is deeper. Him I must destroy.
But not this way. Not this callous way. Give him an even chance.
For a rat like him?
If you must destroy, destroy me then. Spare Adrian. Let Adrian go.
He means too much to you, my dear.
No. No, not now. Not anymore. But there must be some pity left in you.
There is, a tiny bit. But my pity isn't for Adrian. I'm reserving it for you.
Destroy me then. I'm just as guilty.
No, Nita, I can't destroy you. I let you live, but I let you breathe, eat, and sleep every second of your cursed life. With that ugly word, adulteries, in your heart.
I'd rather die. I'd rather be destroyed.
You must live, my dearest Nita. Dying is so easy, and why die when there's so much ahead of you?
There's nothing ahead for me now.
Feelings are a matter of indifference to me. So you're going to witness a crime. You're going to see your beloved, and my beloved friend, Adrian, die the death of a rat.
I won't stand it. I won't. I can't.
You're going to stay here and not utter a single word or make the least gesture. Even though you aren't a very intelligent woman, I think you understand my words. Come, my dear, allow me to take you to this chair. You need a rest. Everything all right, Adrian?
It was nothing. I won't show.
Take your coffee.
Sorry, I must be getting along.
Take your coffee first.
Alright. She feeling worse?
Nothing serious.
She could go in and rest, don't you think?
She will presently.
This coffee is still hot.
Still warm?
That's right.
Oh, Adrian, I'm sure it's cold now.
Don't bother, Nita.
Stop being so fussy.
Are you sure, Adrian?
Sure.
Poor Nita. Sometimes, Adrian, I think you're better off as a bachelor.
Well. A while ago, you were advising me to get married.
You should. Adrian, you should.
I'm not prepared to settle down yet.
Aren't you afraid to die a bachelor?
Ha ha ha. I expect to live a little longer, Gonzalo.
A little longer is right.
My head.
What's wrong?
Don't know. My head never fit like this.
Sit down.
My throat! Can't breathe.
As aspirin will do you good?
The coffee, would it be?
No, I don't think so. Probably the effect of the whiskey, Adrian?
Yes, first time, you know.
By the way, will the 2,000 and half be enough? I could lend you more.
Thanks, Gonzalo. Always the wonderful friend.